Right, I got you. Right, the second question we're going to take is a probability question, and it's always important that when you have a question, you read the question and you put down the information that you've been given in an orderly form, right? So that at the end of the question, you know exactly what you're asking for and what you need to do. So I'm going to read the question, and as I read it, I'll write the information that has been given down. It said a bowl contains n pieces of fruit. So you write number of fruits is equal to n. Right. So you write number of fruits is equal to n. Then it goes on to say that of these, four are oranges and the rest are apples. So you write oranges is equal to 4 and apples equal to n minus 4. Okay. Now it went on to say that two pieces of fruit are going to be taken at random from the bowl. The probability that the bowl will then contain n minus 6 apples is 1 over 3. Now look at the way they've crafted the question. They didn't give you the probability that you take two apples, the first apple and the second apple, the first fruit and the second fruit taken at random are apple. They didn't give you that probability. What they've done is give you, which is the same as the probability that the apples left in the bowl is n minus 6. Originally, the apples in the bowl is n minus 4. So if the apples left in the bowl after taking two pieces of fruit at random is n minus 6, that means the first and the second pieces of fruit taken from the bowl are all apples. That's what it simply means. So in probability, when you have the first probability and the second probability, what you do is you multiply. When it says the first probability or the second probability, then you add. If, for instance, you had said that what's the probability that the first is orange or apple, then you're going to find the probability that the first fruit taken is orange plus the probability that the first fruit taken is apple. When you have or, you add. When you have and, you multiply. So this is what is going to happen. You're going to find the probability that the first fruit taken is apple. Then you're going to multiply it by the probability that the second fruit taken is also apple, because the question has clearly stated to you that both pieces of fruit taken, two pieces of fruit taken, are all apples. So here we go. The first fruit taken, the probability that is apple, it is the total number of fruits in the bowl over the probability that you are going to take an apple, which is the number of apples in the bowl. That is how you do it. If you don't understand that, then I'll explain it further, because I know you've done probability, so you know the simple probability that if you have 4 oranges in a bowl of 10 fruits, and you the probability that you're going to take an orange from the bowl that has got 4 oranges in it, but there are 10 fruits in it, is the number of oranges in the bowl over the number of fruits in the bowl, which will be 4 over 10. So in this case, when it comes to the apple, probability that you're going to take an apple from the bowl is n minus 4 over n. But when you're going to take the second piece of fruit from the bowl, the number of apples left then will not be n minus 4 anymore, because you've already taken one apple out. So the number of apples left now will be n minus 5, because the apples are less 1 now. Again, the number of fruits in the bowl has been reduced by 1. So the denominator that is going to divide is no longer n, the total number of fruits in the bowl. The total number of fruits in the bowl now is n minus 1. So that is how it goes. So then you have this equation which will be multiplying the first probability times the second probability that the second fruit that you take is an apple as well. And that is going to give you the 1/3, which is the probability that both fruits taken are apples, at random are apples. It's multiplying the first probability and the second probability that the first fruit taken is apple and the second fruit taken is apple. So that will give you 1/3. So that is the equation that you can see there. And so when you simplify it, you're going to get n minus 4 bracket close into bracket n minus 5 over n times into bracket n minus 1. When you expand it, all is equal to 1/3. When you expand it, you're going to get 3 into bracket n minus 4 bracket close into bracket n minus 5 bracket close equal to n into bracket n minus 1 bracket close. Then you expand the remove the brackets, you get the 3 into bracket n squared minus n minus 9n plus 20 bracket close equals to n squared minus n. Then you bring all of them to one side, you're going to get, and then you expand, you multiply the 3, you multiply through by the 3, then you remove all the brackets, then you bring all to the same side, you're going to get 2n minus 26n plus 60 is equal to 0. Then you divide through by 2 to simplify it, you get n squared minus 13n plus 30 is equal to 0. Then you need to factorize the equation so that you find the value of n. And so you're going to get the factors of 30 that will add up to 13, right? You know how to factorize quadratic equation. The factors of 30 that will add up to 13. So you have minus 3 and minus 10. So you get n minus 10 into bracket n minus 10 times into bracket n minus 3 is equal to 0. So you have n is equal to 10 and n is equal to 3. And now you know that the oranges is, now that the oranges, the fact that the oranges were 4, definitely the number of fruits in the bowl cannot be less than 4. So obviously n is equal to 10. Okay, that is done. If you have any questions, let me know.